All right, practice exam. This is the third video in a series. We're starting with question 5. This one's just to complete a table. We did something like this in class. Just a review of can you use your calculator because you do need to. So again, the 5 functions, if you have the BA2 plus, there is a line that has IY, PV, payment, and FV. Those are essentially the functions. If I got 4 of those, I can always calculate the 5th. So let's start, let's go line by line by line. So the first one, we're calculating the effective interest. So at some point in time, I'm going to have to compute this number. So n number of periods. I have 5 years and it's semi-annual, so 5 times 2 per year is 10. Got a dollar sign, but I guess that'll be okay. My PV is the cost of the bond. And again, this has to be a different sign, so I'm going to use minus here. So minus 106,480. My payment is the face value of the bond, so 100,000. I'll do the formula here, it might be easier. Times the coupon rate, right? All the coupon rate is there for is to help me calculate a payment. So that's my annual interest, and this is semi-annual, so I need it times 6/12 or 0.5 or 1/2. And my future value is just the face value. I dump those things in my calculator, so 10 is N, 106,480 negative is PV, 3,500 is payment, 100,000 is the future value, and I go compute IY, and I get 2.75. And again, just watch the terminology here. They want per year, so it's equal to 2.75. That's for 6 months times 2. And yeah, we got a format issue there, so it's 5.5. Okay, go to the second line. Let's clear all this. So now I'm going to compute PV because that's a number I don't have. N, it's a 10-year bond and it's annual, so that's 10 periods. IY is 4.5%. Again, it's annual, so I'm just going to keep that. Watch, you need at least one decimal place in these questions. I'm computing PV, my payment, it's a $300,000 bond times 5%. 300 times 5% is 15,000 and it's annual, so I don't need to take it times a half. And my future value is the 300,000. Okay, again, don't forget to clear your calculator. It's the second function and then the future value button where it says clear TVM. So I got, oops, 10 is N, 4.5 is IY, 15,000 is my payment, 300,000 is my future value, and I'm going to compute the PV. I'm going to get 311,869. Again, always a good idea, just give it a little reasonableness check. It's a $300,000 bond, so 311 sounds close. It has a coupon rate of 5%, but the effective interest rate, I only need to make, or the market rate is 4.5. So if I only need to make 4.5 and it pays 5, I'm willing to pay more. So I expect something slightly more than 300,000. Okay, let's do the next one. Again, clear, so second, clear TVM. And now on this one, I've got a 6-year bond that's semi-annual, so that's 12 payments. IY is 8.7, but that's per year, so equal 8.7 divided by 2. And I'm going to add a decimal place in there. I wouldn't make you do it on an exam. If you use 4.4, you'd get close enough. My PV in this case is minus 635,870. Right? right? Because I need the opposite sign. My payment, well, I don't know my payment because I don't know my coupon rate. And my future value is 600,000. So I'm computing my payment. All right, clear my things. I got 12 is N. I got 4.35 is IY. I got 635,870 negative is PV. And I got 600,000 positive is FV. And I compute my payment and I get $30,000. Now, that's not my annual coupon rate. That's my payment. So a payment of 30,000, if I divide that by my face value of my bond is 600,000, that's 5%. And that's for a semi-annual, so my annual is going to be 5% times 2 is 10. So that one's a little more complicated. You got to really walk through the steps of the bond, but I think it's doable. Okay, let's go back. The next two are a little more straightforward. You don't have to do as many calculations. I'm just calculating an effective interest rate. So clear my bond, or clear my calculator. I got a 8-year bond that's annual, so 8 is N. IY, my effective interest rate I'm computing. PV is $1 million. My payment is $1 million times 4%, so I think that's 40,000. And my future value is $1 million. Okay, so I'm not even going to use a calculator here because this bond is selling at par or at face value, right? Cost is $1 million for $1 million bond. That means that my coupon rate and my effective interest rate have to be the same. No discount, no premium. It's selling at market. So, I mean, I could dump the numbers in my calculator and get that. And then the last one, I got a 4-year bond that's semi-annual, so it's 8N. IY, I'm computing. My PV is 509,900. My payment is 500,000 times 6% equals 500,000 times 6% times half a year. And my future value is 500,000. Clear my calculator and do some math. 8 and 509,900 negative PV. 15,000 payment, 500,000 future value. I compute IY. I get 2.72. Again, I need to double it. It's 2.72 for 6 months. Again, something wrong with the formula out here, but okay. And does 5.4% look pretty reasonable? Yeah, it's got to be slightly less than 6. Wow, that little question took me 8 minutes. Too much talking. What we got here? This company had some shares outstanding. Here's some information. Based on the information, prepare a combined statement of income and comprehensive income. Ignore income taxes. All right. So again, I need a title. Statement of, and it's a combined at once, so make sure you get them both in the title. It's 2 different statements, so you need to have them both. And it's an income statement, so it's for a period of time. I guess December 31. Don't have many lines. I got cost of goods sold, so I do need to disclose my margin. So 900, 430. So, need to remember the title, need to remember gross margin if I have it. Oh, I'm missing some wording here. Sorry about that. Don't think I extended it far enough. There we go. So the only expense I have is operating expenses. So usually this would be my, of 80,000. Usually this would be my net income before tax, and then I'd take tax off, but in this case we've got no tax. So net income is 390. Then I've got OCI, unrealized gains. Yeah, it is gains, 25,000, and my comprehensive income. Net income plus OCI. Okay. I might be done. I think I'm done, but no, I'm not done, because if it's got comprehensive income, it's IFRS. If it's IFRS, I need earnings per share. There's 10,000 shares outstanding. So basic and diluted EPS. And again, remember, earnings per share is on net income, not comprehensive. So all right. So comprehensive income, yeah, includes net income plus OCI. That's the key thing there, and just getting the format, getting them under the line. Thank you.